iPhone 6 just came out, I switched back to iOS from being an Android user for the last 3 years, and already there are rumors of the iPhone 6s and the iPhone 6s Plus. Let's start reading these bad boys off. First off, Force Touch will be the biggest selling point. So like the Apple Watch Sport, and the Apple Watch Edition, all of these have Force Touch. When you press hard onto the screen, a different function will happen. And now the iPhone 6 Plus, 6s Plus will have Force Touch. Biggest selling feature. Second off, it will remain at 4.7 and 5.5 inches. Same as the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus, there will not be any 4-inch models like the predecessors, the iPhone 4 and the iPhone 5, 5S. Those had a smaller form factor, and when you ask the people on the street what they think of the iPhone 6, they think it's too big. That's why they're holding on to their 5, the 5S, because they enjoy smaller things in their hands. Third off, just like the Apple Watch Editions, there will be a rose gold iPhone. Now you can match your Apple Watch to a rose gold iPhone. Not too sure about that. So will they have the traditional, I guess, silver, space gray, the champagne gold, and then now rose gold? 4 different color options according to the latest rumors. We'll see how that is. I still think space gray is the way to go. My opinion. The camera will have a pixel upgrade, likely to 12 megapixels. So currently, I believe the iPhone 6, correct me if I'm wrong, has an 8 megapixel shooter, and on the iPhone 6 Plus, like this, it has optical image stabilization, so when you're shooting movies, it will keep things stable. Of course, the new iPhone will be upgraded, but I'm already really impressed with the camera on the iPhone 6. That was one of the main reasons why I switched. But if you haven't checked out the camera on the likes of the Galaxy S6, S6 Edge, as well as the LG G4, apparently that camera is also really good. Those are the best Android cameras that you can currently get, and it will be nice to see what Apple has to bring out for the 6S. One microphone will be added near the speaker to enhance voice quality. I haven't really had too many problems with voice on my iPhone 6 Plus, but the addition of an extra speaker would not be too bad. I guess it will go somewhere on the bottom there near the speaker grill. Always improving. The A9 processor with upgraded 2 gigs LPDDR4 RAM will be adopted. So the current iPhone 6s have 1 gig of RAM. A lot of the spec haters out there always knock Apple for only having 1 gig of RAM. Now, according to this, they will have 2 gigs of RAM, so it will run twice as fast.
It's star time!
Number 7, the bending issue will be improved by using different casing materials and internal mechanical design changes. We all know about BENDGATE, the iPhone 6 Plus bending if you put too much pressure on it. Obviously, if you try to bend anything with enough force, it will bend in half. But according to this, different casing materials. I'm not sure if they'll kind of move away from aluminum. I don't see them doing that, but maybe the mechanical design. So maybe they might rearrange what's inside of the new iPhones so they won't bend as easily. Your guess is as good as mine. Next off, if drop test issues can be resolved, the 5.5-inch model will have a limited number of units with Sapphire cover lens. So I'm not sure if they're planning to, I guess, wrap the entire thing in Sapphire. I'm sure that would cost a lot of money. As you know, Sapphire glass is pretty expensive. You have it on the likes of, say, my traditional timepiece on the Apple Watch Regular and the Apple Watch Editions. And the reasons why, and of course you have that also on the Touch ID and on the back of this camera, why they don't use it for the entire, I guess, glass panel is because Sapphire is super expensive, and that's probably the biggest reason why. It's super pricey. I don't see them covering the entire glass with Sapphire or the entire screen. That would be awesome, but I'm sure the price of the iPhone would also increase. I'm not too sure about that one. Next off, the recognition rate of Touch ID will further improve in a bid to promote Apple Pay. The iPhone 6 has awesome Touch ID. I haven't had too many problems with it. Maybe when my finger is wet, I'm leaving the shower, or I have food on my hand, maybe it doesn't register. But compared to the likes of, say, Android devices, I find the Touch ID on the iPhones to be top notch. Gesture control support. I'm assuming that means more gestures will be incorporated into the iPhone 6S and 6 Plus S, 6S Plus. More gestures, can't complain as long as we have some tutorials for them. And last but not least, it's expected that mass production will start in mid to late August. Total shipments will be between 80 to 90 million in 2015 with a 2-to-1 ratio of 4.7 to 5.5-inch models. When the iPhone 6 Plus came out, I know that these were in limited stock, especially the gold ones. Even a month after, they were still impossible to track down a 6 Plus, always sold out in the Apple Store. I honestly think they should do maybe a 1-to-1 ratio. I don't know. What do you guys think of the 6 Plus? Is it too big? Would you still stick with the 4.7-inch? And that was the end of the rumors for the iPhone 6S and 6 Plus, or 6S Plus, whichever way you want to call it. This is my first time doing this kind of video. My buddy actually told me today that a new article was released and all these rumors were out, so I wanted to read them off and get your guys' opinions on what you think of the upcoming iPhone. I personally never grab the S models. I usually wait for, say, the iPhone now 7, or the iPhone 6, the iPhone 5, and I never upgrade between the S models since I don't think there's a big enough of a change. But let me know what you think of the 6S, as I said, down below in the comments. Subscribe if you already haven't. Smash this like button if you found it any useful, that is not proper English, of any use. And I will catch everyone in my next episode. Peace!